Let's be real for a second. Are you constantly worrying about your job, your family, your future? You know, we start our day with anxiety and then we go to bed with fear. But here's a question. Have you ever actually solved a problem just by thinking about it? It's a really frustrating cycle. But what if there's a way to finally break it? Let's find out.
It's a simple question, right? But it really gets to the heart of the matter. Our minds are always running. But are they running in the right direction? Or are they just kind of running in circles, keeping us stuck right where we are?
And this illustrates the core conflict perfectly. On one side, you've got thought. It leads to fear, then paralysis, and, ultimately loss. But on the other side, we have action. That builds courage, it generates momentum, and it results in actual, real progress. The more you think, the more you fear, and the more you fear, the less you do. It's a classic vicious cycle.
So, first things first, let's explore this trap itself. We trick ourselves into thinking we're being productive, but a lot of the time, we're just building a cage that stops us from moving forward.
This right here captures that inner voice perfectly. It's the sound of the trap. It's that voice that's always asking, what if I fail? What if they laugh at me? The crazy thing is, by playing this what-if game, you're basically accepting defeat before you've even started the race.
So why does this even happen? Well, it's not some personal failing. It's actually rooted in our biology. Let's take a quick look at the science behind why our brains just default to fear.
Okay, let's give our enemy a name, the overthinking trap. Now, what's really interesting here is the definition. You're not just thinking. You're stuck in a loop where your fears feel like solid facts. You think you're preparing for something, but really, you're just procrastinating, waiting for some perfect moment that, let's be honest, is never going to come.
This is the key. Your brain's #1 job is survival. It sees anything new, anything unknown as a potential threat. So when you want to start a new project or learn a new skill, your brain just sounds the alarm bells with fear. It's not trying to sabotage you, it's just trying to protect you. But in our modern world, that instinct often holds us back from growing.
To really see the real-world cost of this trap, I want to tell you a quick story. This is the story of a young man named Riyadh. And it's such a powerful example of what happens when we let thinking get in the way of doing.
So, Riyadh had this great idea and a really noble goal. He wanted to create content, share his knowledge, and just help people. He was full of passion and had like pages and pages of video ideas and scripts all ready to go. But then the what-if started. He started thinking, I'm not ready. He told himself his camera wasn't good enough, that his voice sounded weird, that people would laugh. These are the classic excuses, right? All born from that fear of the unknown. And here's the tragic result. 5 years. 5 whole years of planning and scripting and thinking. And in all that time, he never uploaded a single video. He just watched as other people, who started with the exact same fears and imperfect equipment, built their channels and succeeded. He didn't fail, he never even tried.
This powerful quote just sums up Riyadh's story perfectly, doesn't it? The people who only think are the ones left holding all the regret. The people who act, even if they mess up, at least they learn something. Riyadh's story isn't really about failure, it's about the deep loss that comes from doing nothing.
Okay, so if thinking is the trap, what's the key? How do we get out? Well, the solution is about turning this entire equation on its head. It's surprisingly simple, but it is incredibly powerful.
Here it is. This is the central idea of this whole explainer. Action creates confidence. We think we need to feel confident before we start, but that's completely backward. Confidence isn't the cause of action, it's the result of it.
So what's actually happening in your brain when you act? Well, the moment you take even one tiny step, your brain gets new data. It stops worrying about the big, scary outcome and starts focusing on the tangible evidence of progress. It learns, hey, I did that and I'm okay. And that right there is where courage is born.
Okay, so we know action is the answer, but how do we actually start? Let's break it down into a simple, practical, 3-step plan that you can start using today to get that daily victory over your own mind.
Before we get to the steps, just look at this number. If you improve by just 1% every single day by the end of the year, you'll be 37 times better. This isn't about making massive leaps, it's about the incredible power of small, consistent action. And that's exactly what our 3 steps are designed to help you do. So here's the plan. Step 1, micro action. Don't think about the huge goal. Just choose a task so small you literally cannot fail. Read 1 page, write 1 sentence, do 1 push-up. Step 2, mind anchor.
Give yourself just 5 minutes a day to quiet your mind. Meditate, do some deep breathing, whatever works. This just stops your mind from running wild. And step 3, focus shift. Forget the outcome. You can't control it anyway. Concentrate only on the process, on the work that's right in front of you. That's where all your power is. We've explored the problem, the science, and the solution. Now it all comes down to this very moment. It's about taking your first step and breaking this cycle for good.
This is the loop you've been stuck in. It starts with a thought, which then spirals into fear, which leads to inaction, and that cycle always ends in loss and regret. This is the path of overthinking.
But you can choose a different path. This is the alternative. It starts with just one small action. That action builds courage, which creates momentum. And that momentum, it leads to real, tangible growth. This is the path of doing.
So the most important thing is to redefine what success even means. It's not about the big trophy or the finished product. The real victory, the one that truly matters, is winning the battle against your own fear. And that is a battle you can win every single day.
You have to stop thinking and just start doing. Life really belongs to those who act, even when they're afraid. So I'll leave you with this one question. What will your first small step be?